For a lot of us, we're experiencing the first day of school. Maybe it was last week or this week, coming up later, I don't know. But we're all kind of in this mindset of starting a new school year. How's it going to be? Who's going to be in my class? Maybe some kids are starting in a new school. So there's a lot of emotions that can go around the start of a school year. And so I have a funny story. When I was in college, I was looking at my schedule in the morning. First day of classes, I was excited for a new semester, and I kind of mapped out in my head where I needed to go. I got my schedule in my hand. I was looking for the right room number. I was going through the halls, and I finally found the room number for one of my classes. But it was an elevator. And I thought, how could this possibly be a class assigned to an elevator? And so I kept looking at my schedule, I kept looking around, and then I realized I was in the wrong building. I was next to the building I was supposed to be in. And now I was going to be late because I'm kind of a late person and I don't get places early. So I was rushing to get from that building out the doors to the next building and had to wind around till I finally found the classroom number, and it was indeed the class I was looking for. But it was so funny to me that I had ended up at an elevator of all places for class. So the other day I was talking to one of my kids who was about to start school in a new building, and he was feeling a lot of anxiety. And one of the things he was worried about was getting lost and not knowing where his classes are, where he's supposed to go, and how that would be embarrassing. So I had fun telling him this story, and I said, just so you know, you don't have to worry. There are no elevators in your school, so you will not end up at an elevator. You will get to the right place. And so I asked him different questions like, how does it feel when you're feeling anxiety? And he said, I feel it in my stomach. Okay, and do you feel tension in your shoulders? Do you feel it in your face? So we talked about where he physiologically feels his anxiety. And so then I asked him other questions. So do you think there would be teachers around who would know where the right classroom would be if you showed them which room number you're looking for? And he said, yeah, I think so. And I said, do you think teachers like to help students, or do you think they want them to be lost? And he said, no, I think they would want me to find my classroom. And I said, great. So here you'll have people around, and you'll have people around who want to help you. So I think talking through things like that really have helped my son dealing with some anxiety when there's something new and unknown. So when you are experiencing anxiety or one of your kids is feeling anxious, start by asking them, where do you feel it in your body? Let's just pinpoint it. Let's name it. Let's see where it is. And then we can tackle the thoughts that are creating that anxiety and work through it. A lot of times, the thoughts we have are kind of absurd. It's okay to get lost on the first day. Teachers are understanding. And he was also concerned, well, if I get lost, I'm going to be late. Good, let's talk about that too. Do you think that teachers are a little bit understanding on the first couple of days? If you're late because you're trying to find your way and this is a new building, do you think that they would be upset that you're a little bit late because you're getting lost? And he said, no, they'd probably be understanding. I said, yeah. Just don't make it a habit of being late. I think once you find it once or twice, you're going to have that neural pathway and you're going to know where to go. So there, my friends, just be comforted knowing if you get lost on the first day, you end up at an elevator, just double check your schedule, make sure you're in the right building, and everything will work out. It's been 25 years since then. I'm still okay. It didn't mess up the rest of my life that I was a little bit late because I went to an elevator. It's okay.